is we have one class who throughout the year decided that even though that Startup Corps does provide micro grants and loans for these students to start businesses, that wasn't good enough, and they wanted to start one for their own class. So they actually went out and held a bake sale and held a few events, raising money so that their fellow students could tap into that when they wanted to start their own business. This was not something that we suggested. This was something the students came up with and they took a hold of. These are the types of things that we encourage and we celebrate in Startup Corps. This is the real creation and putting something out to the world that matters. As for Startup Corps itself, as we look to the future, there's an exciting time for us. We plan to expand what we currently do in a number of ways. First is by taking this program in its current structure, which honestly, for what the students have accomplished, we meet with the students on average 2 hours a week for the school year. So this is a class the students take, and they've done incredible things in this short time. We plan to continue to offer this type of a program to schools that want to solve important problems. This is something that we think can fit in a lot of different areas, not just schools, but other nonprofit organizations. So as we look to the future, we plan to grow. At the same time, many of the students have come to us and said, we want more of this. 2 hours a week simply isn't enough. And what we need to do is be able to provide a deeper experience and more hours so they can get in more depth and build more complicated businesses and test more ideas and get more real-world feedback. So that is also part of our plan as we continue to expand. We're looking at options and ways to deepen the experience. And for the students that have been identified as truly entrepreneurs, the ones that have found that entrepreneurial spark in themselves through this process, they have an option to dig deeper. So thank you again for coming tonight. We really appreciate your support. We really appreciate how you challenge the students. Thank you so much to all of our mentors. And before I move on, I want to actually say, for anyone that has been into a class this year, could you raise your hand or wave your arms or something? Not the students, the mentors. You can see this is a huge number. We have This year we had over 75 entrepreneurs from the community come and visit one of our classes. That to me just shows how much this community cares and how much they want these students to succeed and thrive. This was not support that us as entrepreneurs received when we were young in most cases. So for all of you to step up and give of your time and give of your experience has been incredibly valuable for our students. So with that, I'm going to kick it over to my co-founder Rich to say a few words. Thank you again for coming and have a great night.